Hello everyone, and welcome back to Open Source Tonight. Folks, I finally made the move to a new Linux distribution, and it's not Debian. So I did try Debian, and I had some issues, and I decided to try something else. What did I try? I tried Rocky Linux. So, this is Rocky Linux right here. You can see that the system works. I can show you some things about the system in something like htop here. And there we go. And you can see at idle, it's really not running anything. It's just pretty much the base system. I'm using a little more than 1.5 gigs. It was actually 1 gig the last time I recorded this video, and I was out of focus. So, keep that in mind. It seems to be around that. So I'll talk about why I switched to Rocky in a minute, but I just wanted to show you the basics. Like, everything seems to work. I can show you like how we update the system. We use what's called the DNF command, and we can either do install. So if I wanted to install something, like I'll install htop, which is already on here. Type in my password, it's going to tell me it's already on here. But if I was to remove and reinstall it, just to show you, so I don't mind to do that for the demo. Now, if I try to install it again, it asks me, do you want to remove it? Or install it, you hit Y for yes and hit enter. And, pretty similar to like apt, right? If we want to do an update, that's easy enough. I can do a DNF update, and I just did an update on this box, so there isn't anything. I can show you software, so like this is the software app. It thinks there's an update, even though I just did one. I don't know why, but I don't really use this much. I find some applications isn't in it. And one of the reasons I actually at one point tried using CentOS several years ago. One of the big reasons I couldn't use it is because some of the applications I wanted wasn't there, like Spotify. But now that Spotify and other apps I need are in either Flatpaks or Snap packages, and I can get those on Rocky no problem, this is a snap of the Spotify app, and it loads and just works fine. I would show you that, but obviously I can't due to copyright reasons, but it works. I can have Thunderbird on here, I can have Discord on here, I can, do pretty much what I need. Most of the stuff I want is here. One big reason I wanted to be able to use it was I could use DaVinci Resolve, so if I open that, you can see it loads. So I just want to clarify, I don't think everybody should use Rocky Linux. I moved to it because I'm familiar with Red Enterprise Linux systems. I want ultimate stability over features, and Rocky seems to do that. But there is some pitfalls. One is, for example, in my experience, that CentOS, and I assume Rocky's the same way still, because it ships an older kernel, and drivers usually come in the kernel. Usually I find that it can have issues with like Wi-Fi, for example. And I actually had an issue with a laptop I tried to install CentOS, I think it was 7 on a couple of years ago, and I couldn't get the Wi-Fi to work correctly. And it looked like there was a way from what I could tell, but it was like a workaround. You had to like install like a manual driver. It was a pain. This system, the desktop, it's all wired, and so for networking I don't really care. And again, the applications issue is another one. There is some apps that you can't get on the system because there isn't a snap pack for some reason, or a flat pack of it. There's only like a deb package, and there's tools to try to convert deb packages to flat packs. Or not flat packs, but to like RPMs to use on the system for like the built-in package manager. And I actually have tried some of those, and I think those are really hit or miss. Seems to depend on a lot of factors whether those will actually work or not. So the point of the matter is, folks, is I'm happy on Rocky. I think I'm going to stay there. Been using it for several days now, but I don't advise you to use Rocky Linux or Red Enterprise Linux or any of the above on your desktop. I've been using forms of Red Enterprise Linux like CentOS for years, and I'm very familiar with it. And I even have actually had it on this desktop back here before, on and off over the years, because that system I have played with it on it. The point of the matter is that I'm familiar with it, and I can get stuff done in it at this point. I think I can be happy. Another thing, too, is that for me, one big reason that made me want to go to Rocky is the fact that I've gotten really tired of fighting with DaVinci Resolve on unsupported Linux distributions and getting it installed and such. You can do that, but it works great on Rocky Linux and CentOS because that's the official family of things it's supported on. I think it's also officially supported on Red Hat Enterprise Linux, as well. So, long story short is I'm happy I made the move, and, I'm really not seeing any need to move at this point, so I've only been on it for a couple days, but I have a feeling I'm going to stay there. Anyway, stay tuned to the channel for updates on this continuing journey of me moving around in the wonderful world of Linux. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments if you wish, and thanks for watching. Goodbye, everybody.
And action.